So today we are going to discuss about the project vision document, vision and scope, especially as part of business analyst learning is concerned. Because as in when we know, whenever we are working as a business analyst, as part of our requirement lifecycle management is concerned, we have to translate our business requirements to technical requirements, all that. In process of translating those into technical requirements, business requirements, it's important for us to create the vision and scope document as well. So, scope and vision document majorly defines us about what business vision is. Because when, as a BA, when we provide a solution, that must be aligned to the business vision, goal, mission, objectives of the customer. That must be aligned to that. That is one of the core important thing. At the same time, possibility, scope document. What possibilities do we have? Either it can be in scope or out scope that we need to understood. So for that, vision and scope document is one of the key and important document we have to prepare. So this is a vision and scope document, as in when I have taken. So one of the example I'm taken for one of the project requirement called cafeteria ordering system. Cafeteria ordering system means when employees wants to order any cafeteria, like any breakfast, lunch, or something, right? So wherein they can order so that they can receive the order accordingly. So that is called cafeteria ordering system. An example of the project that I am taking. So the first one about the table of contents, anyway, as in when we know, right? So some TOC points that are to be mentioned. So these are the major table of content points will be there when we are preparing a scope and vision document. This is not BRD. Okay, BRD business requirements document can be prepared as separate. Software requirement specification, functional and non-functional can be prepared as separate, as well as sometimes we add functional and non-functional requirements in SRS document as well. In addition to this vision and scope document where we have to detail about the background of the business requirement, the application or the solution that we are developing, and what business opportunity that we have identified so far, and what are the different business objectives we want to achieve, what are the multiple business objectives that we want to be achieved over a period of time. Because as in when I mentioned you, right, so aligning to the business goal, scope, objectives of the customer must be the high priority item. So business objectives are one of the key and important thing that is to be addressed, including success matrix, like what are the different critical success matrix that are to be followed, that is to be addressed here as well. Next, vision statement. When we had interaction with stakeholders, we will be knowing about the vision. What is the predominant business risk that is involved in it? What are the different business assumptions and dependencies that were identified and how this can be addressed? Because based on some assumptions and dependencies, our solution will be implemented. Next, scope and limitations. Not only the business requirements from the high level perspective, but even scope and limitations, like what are the different features that we are involving or we are developing for this solution. What must be the scope? Either it can be right from the initiation phase itself, whatever the subsequent releases that we are making, all this, including what are the limitations we have, exclusions, everything will be part of scope and limitations. Next, about the business context. Business context means we need to update the stakeholder profiles. What are the different stakeholders profiles do we have, all these? And what are the project priority items, like which items are to be addressed on a high level note initially to start with, high level, intermediate, low level requirements, or the project priorities has to be addressed, including any deployment considerations which we have to guide the deployment team to perform. So these are the table of contents will be there in vision and scope of the document. As in when this is the first document we are preparing, it's considered as 1.2. It's version 1.2 for the particular project. It can be for an extension for the project The versions may change from 2.0 to 3.0 or 4.0, something like in future. So first time when we prepare a document, we need to mention about the vision version number, wherein 1.2 is the version we have taken. Now, this is about the revision history. Revision history details is about what are the changes that we have made in the document, when we have made, what reason behind to make the changes, who has proposed us, everything has to be mentioned under the revision history. Means we have to update the reasons for the changes that we are making in the code and document. And what changes that we have made, when we have made, which version is this belongs to. As I told you some time back just now. Earlier it was, I assume that it is 1.0 now, right? So it may be 2.0 in coming time. So the revision history has to be updated subsequently. So after this, the next we need to mention the background from the business requirement point of view. I'll explain you. The background we have to explain means why and what is the factor behind developing the cafeteria ordering system for the employees working for the organization. That background we have to mention because people whoever is working in the uh, organization, any organization and all. So whatever the necessary food items are required for them, that are they have a facility that is to be ordered from the cafeteria. So importance as well as the background information has to be presented in the 1.1, which is under the part of business requirement, high level. Second, we have to identify the business opportunity because end of the day, you are providing a solution based upon the business opportunity that is identified by us. So without there is no business opportunity, there is no point in developing solution here. So the what business opportunity that were identified because employees were working 24 by 7 sometimes, depends on the type of uh, industry it belongs to. So they may require some kind of meals that are to be ordered on the priority note because of the difficult timelines as well as the situations they will be in. So that there must be a cafeteria within the premises of the organization based upon the timings of the cafeteria so that whatever the required food that is to be required for them to serve based on the order will be given. So there is a immense need of business potential opportunity that is identified. So based on that, this cafeteria ordering system is designed for that. So that we have to track how many people have ordered so far, how much food that was delivered by us, by the team, how much time we have taken, right? So satisfaction level of the employees, whoever has received the food in terms of the quality, in terms of the timely deliverables, how this can be improved if there is any lag in between, how this can be improved. Everything are considered as business opportunities. So business opportunity has to be established in the 1.2. This business opportunity, when we interact with stakeholders, you will be knowing. Okay, as a business analyst, we will not be knowing business opportunity unless you don't interact with stakeholders. So interacting with stakeholders of many types, right? So we interact with stakeholders in different ways. Like we may conduct some chat session or we conduct some interviews, group discussions, brainstorming sessions, right? So different ways of communication medium. We normally interact with the people and we get to know all the required information, whatever is needed. So, which is business opportunity is one of the key and important thing that we have to be addressed when we are working on the projects. That is even important. Next, as in when I mentioned some time back, again repeating the same, the business objectives must be presented well. What business objectives are goals that we want to achieve. So the one of the business objective that we have identified is to reduce the cost of cafeteria food wastage, right? So this is a business objective. It can be multiple objectives. One business objective is this. Business objectives are a couple of I have given. So one business objective is to reduce the cost of cafeteria food wastage because assume that this is a wastage happened earlier, which we wants to reduce the food wastage. That must be the business objective. Okay, that is point number one. Point number two, we wants to reduce the cafeteria operational cost because when there is operational cost has reduced, even cost of food can be given at a very good, very basic price, very minimum price by the cafeteria team. If operational cost increases, automatically food cost will also increase. So as long as the operational cost is under control, even cost of preparation of food, wastage, because of the wastage of food, even food production cost will also go higher. So the cost of food that they are delivering will also be in the higher level. So operational cost is one thing which that can be reduced. Reducing the cost of cafeteria food wastage, that is point number one. Second, reduction in cafeteria operational cost is also one of the key thing. This is also the second one. Next, we want to increase the average work time. This is even important. This is also one of the business objective. We want to increase the average work time by 15 minutes per cafeteria using by the employee per day. That is one of the business objective you have to be seen with. So increasing the average effective time, work time by 15 minutes is also one of the core business objective as a solution provider being a BA, we have to identify. So aligning to business objectives, what kind of solution that is to be presented to the customer must be our motto behind. So knowing about these are, first of all, as a BA, you must be good with, you must be aware of. Okay, this is first one. After that, what kind of success metrics that are to be followed here? So success matrix majorly success rate. Success matrix majorly defines you what success rate we have. Let's say that 75% employees are using cafeteria in last 3 times per week. This is what generally that we have seen. I am taking old data into consideration. Let's say that in Q3 we have seen 75% of employees have used cafeteria at least 3 times per week, because unless there is no people whoever orders food, there is no need for cafeteria ordering system to be designed. So there is a success matrix behind, because on an average less than 3 times per week 75% of employees are using uh, food that is to be ordered, so that there is an immense potentiality for us to develop solution for cafeteria ordering. So this is one success criteria. Based on the observation as well as the interaction we had, we are identified by us. Next, average rating, right? So average rating is also one of the key success metrics. Okay, average rating on the quarterly cafeteria satisfaction. So where it has increased by 0.5% on an average of 1 to 6 in the last quarter, because based upon the quarterly uh, what are the sales that were happened, in which we want to equalize this with people, how many people have ordered, how many people were continued the order, how many people were cancelled in between. So you will be knowing based on the quarterly, either it can be first quarter, second, third quarter, etc. All that. So weighting average rate of quarterly cafeteria satisfaction level should also be taken. So when we prepare a scope and vision document, so as far as the business requirements are concerned, first we have to update the business background information. Second, we need to update the business opportunity. Third, we have to update the business objectives that are to be addressed end of the day. Next, what are all the critical success metrics are the driving forces which are needed for us to provide solution. So these are the important things as a business analyst in business requirements point of view we have to update. This is important. Next, about the vision statement part. So this can be discussed in the coming sessions.